Hello, here we are again. I am done teaching and I wanted to get back to you. So I finished this row and I did a couple things wrong so you can see. And I think you can tell where, but I want to help you find out how. When you take your crochet hook off, you want to make this bigger so that you don't accidentally pull it out. Because if it's really small, it's really easy to pull out. So I started with 20 on the bottom. Now let's go ahead and count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I have missed 3 somewhere in here. If I pull it flat, I think you can kind of see that there's a bit of a bend right here. So that's the first place that I'm going to look, is right there. And I see that there is a hole there that isn't supposed to be. So I'm going to look real close and I'm going to say, oh my goodness, there's the V that I missed. It looks like I skipped one there. Okay, so we're going to pull it out. Well, let's look at the other ones because we know I missed 3. So I'm going to go back here. And it's kind of weird right here. So I'm going to take that, see, it kind of curves a little bit. So you're just going to kind of take a look there. And you're going to say, okay, does it feel the same? Is this hole the same size as that hole? And then you can look in and say, oh, yep, I missed one there too. So we're going to go back here. And yes, it's right at the beginning. Oh, there was one. See, I went in here and I missed that one. Okay, and then you take it out again. Okay, and then this is the one that I worked into, and this is where I am now. So you can see that there's another V in there that I missed right there. So that's 2 of them. Okay, and then the third one is right back here. Remember, it was right at the beginning? Okay, so when I pull that one out, I can see, okay, here's where it is, and it's going to pull out right there. So you can see, okay, that's where I was, and this is where I am. And yep, there's a V right there. Okay, so that's how you find that particular mistake. Okay, so we're going to do, I'm going to do a real fast single crochet. Where am I? Okay, I already went in there, so we're going to do this as a single crochet, and then I'll move on to the double crochet. And after every single row, I always count to make sure I've got the right number of stitches. And sometimes I don't feel like correcting it, and so I'll put 2 in 1. And it flattens out if you've only done that once or twice in the whole piece. It flattens out. But if you want to be a perfectionist, then you need to tear it out and start over again. It all depends on what you want. I think 1 or 2 mistakes is not a big deal. And in fact, it makes it kind of more handmade, in my opinion. Because it doesn't look quite as handmade if there's not a mistake somewhere. All right, almost there. So you can count as you go, or you can count them after. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to pull that one bigger again because I'm going to lay it down. That's number 9. And twirling like that is okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay, so now what we did in class, okay, I'm going to get my fingers right again with this. Now we're going to do a double crochet. In order to do a double crochet on the second row, you need to chain 2. Okay, now see, I caught something there. It won't get bigger. So what happened is this little tiny thread right here is extra. So that little tiny thread is what was holding me back. I grabbed a little piece of the other thread. Okay, and then the yarn over and pull it through. So that's 2, chain 2. Now with a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to go right at the base. Okay, so here's your chain 1, chain 2, and right at the base. Now you're going to go through both of those, both parts of the V. Okay, so there's the 2 parts of the V right there. There's 1 and there's 2. Yarn over and pull it through. So you've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over, pull it through 2. Yarn over and pull it through 2. Yarn over. Find the second V. Go through both of them. Okay, they're both right there. Yarn over and pull it through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now finding this spot to put where you get it through both sides of the V is easy. Yarn over, and there's a spot right there. See that little hole? That goes under both of the V's. So you're automatically under both of them. Okay, yarn over and pull it through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. I got to get some more yarn, so I'm going to make that bigger, and I'm going to pull some extra yarn out. Okay, now I'm going to get my hands straight again, pull this tighter, get my fingers right, yarn over, find that little tiny hole right there, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, go through the V, yarn over and pull it through, and just keep on going. Okay, now these are easier to count because you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can count the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can count these a little bit easier. Now remember, you never want your hook facing away because it just falls off. Turn it towards you, yarn over, pull it through, and 2 at a time. All right, and of course you can stop and Take as long as you need on each stitch. When you're practiced, you'll be able to just sit here and do this while you're watching TV. You won't even have to look except to get your needle through the, or your hook, excuse me, through the hole. You'll probably have to look to do that part. That's it. And the rest of it is all memory motion, muscle memory. And then of course you'll feel when you get to the end. And you do your last one there. And then you always want to count. Okay, so I'm going to make this bigger again. Always make it bigger when you take your hook off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the triple crochet, because this is the pattern we talked about in class. Okay, so for a triple, just like it sounds, you're going to go chain 3. Remember, for a double we chain 2, for a triple we chain 3. Then you're going to turn your work over. Okay, now for this one you're going to wrap it twice, and then you're going to go in that bottom one just the same as we did with the double, except you see your 1, 2, 3, so this is your 4th one. So you're going to wrap it twice, and then you put it through. Remember that hole right there? Right there. Yarn over and pull it through. Then you always want to do 2 at a time. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, go in here, pull it through. Oops, I'm sorry, I only yarned over once. So I pull it back and I'll do it again. Okay, you should have 4 there. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Okay, yarn over 2 times. Yarn over and pull it through. Okay, so I always go 4, 3, 2, and 1. The number of stitches left on the hook. Okay, I'm going to go in here, 4 on the hook, 3 on the hook, 2 on the hook, and 1 on the hook. And then you just keep doing that all the way down. And my yarn is getting tight again, so I'm going to pull this loose and get some more yarn out of the skein. Okay, and then I'm going to finish this row, and you guys could go along with me, or you can pause it, or you can fast forward it. You can go at your own speed. It's just me and my kitty cat sitting here today. Sometimes my yarn gets coiled up around my pinky finger like that, and you just want to see where it's caught up, or you can just take it completely off of your finger and straighten it out, put it back over there on the left, and start over again. So if you mistake and you only do a double instead of a triple, you'll be able to see it right away. Okay, because you can see, oh, wait a minute, that one's too short. Okay, well, it's not quite looking that way right this second, but if you finish doing your triples, you'll see that it pulls in It pulls the top down a little bit. And you can see that one kind of looks funny. Okay, so there's a gap right here that shouldn't be there, and then this looks different from this. So when you find that, that's just so you can see your mistakes and then know what you've done. You're going to stick your hook right in here because that's the top, and then you pull it out like this, and then you can redo your mistake. So another thing that you can watch for is if you only go through one of these, that'll make a different pattern. It's okay, but you need to make sure that you always do it in the same way, whether it's the back or the front. Okay, so that looks like it kind of pulls it towards the back a little bit. So then you can look at that and go, oh, there was only one part of the V in there. So again, you're going to put your hook in here and pull that out. Because on patterns, you typically want them to stay the same. Okay, so I'm actually going to put this down for now. I don't want to take up too much time, but you guys know what you're doing by now. When you get to the end of row 3, I'm going to pretend like I'm at the end, okay? And we're going to go back to the single crochet, okay? So we're going to do single, double, triple. So a single crochet is single, it's 1, so you chain 1, okay? Then you turn it over, okay? And then you go right into that same corner piece right there. You go in, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over and pull it through. Okay, and then in the next one, you go in and pull it through, and then you yarn over and pull it through too. So we're going from a single, double, triple, single, then double, triple. Okay, so what I did was I already did a pattern so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the end with the tail. So this is the single crochet, the double, excuse me, this one's the single, this is the chain, single, double, I was right the first time. This is the chain, this is the single, this is the double, where you got the pillars like this, and then the triple, and then the single, double, triple, and then a single and a double. And I haven't done the triple yet because this is the start of the triple right here, where it's nice and big. So this is going to be a scarf, and that's what I want you guys to work on, is try and make a scarf. You can make it 20 across the bottom, or you can make it wider if you want to, but it'll take more time. Okay, and this is what I'd like you guys to all show me for next week, is at least a square like this big, if not a full scarf. Okay, see you soon.